You may be seated. Welcome, proud parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, children, spouses, cousins, and friends of our graduates. Thank you for being here. Welcome, dedicated faculty and staff members, alumni, honorary degree recipients, Board of Trustees. Most of all, welcome and congratulations to the Alamo Colleges District Northwest Vista College class of 2017. I'd like to thank Professor Aaron Prado for the music, and thank you for Professor Mi-Kyung Lee and the NVC students, Annabella Vega, Serena Hernandez, Cristina Munoz, Thalia Moreno, April Rodriguez, and Helene Mitchell for their amazing vocals. Graduation or commencement signifies the end of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another. While you will forever be the class of 2017, tomorrow you will begin to scatter to new jobs, summer adventures, or begin the transfer process to a university. You will treasure this day and the memories of your college days the rest of your life. As Northwest Vista College's president, I hope that what you feel as you walk across the stage is rivaled only by the nostalgia with which you remember Vista and the relationships you forged. Graduates, tonight I'm feeling so very proud of you. I'm feeling your sense of excitement. However, there's one thing I'm not feeling right now, and that's surprised. I'm not surprised by your accomplishments and your success at Vista. I'm not surprised by the passion for learning your faculty have instilled in you. I'm not surprised you finished what you started because of the dedication of your advisors, faculty, and student success staff who helped you find your path. Would the faculty please stand? Graduates, please join me in recognizing your outstanding faculty. You may be seated. Furthermore, I'm not surprised by a high level of support and sacrifices your family has made to allow you to carry through to this day. These are the folks that shook you out of bed in the morning, didn't let you go to sleep till your homework was finished, believed in you, sacrificed for you, loved you through it all, even when you may have made them just a little bit crazy. This evening, as we reflect on the blessings of our liberty, may we be faithful stewards of the freedom that has been bestowed upon us. To all of our veterans and active duty military, we have a simple yet heartfelt message: thank you. Thank you for your unwavering service in peacetime and war here and in the nation and throughout the world. Veterans, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. When I reflect on the enormous contributions our graduates have made and will make to our community, I am extremely optimistic about the future of our institution, our city, our state, our country, and our global communities. Your class, reflective of your generations, shares values that our society needs: a dedication to service, a genuine concern for the environment, tolerance of different views and lifestyles, and an understanding of collaboration across and within communities. At this time, would you please join me in welcoming Dr. Bruce Leslie, the Chancellor of the Alamo Colleges District, to the podium for welcome remarks.
Congratulations, graduates. Wow, what a moment. I agree with Dr. Baster, we're not surprised. This is a special moment for the board and myself because we don't have the daily opportunity that your faculty have to engage with you, to get to know you. So this is kind of my last chance before you move that tassel from one side to the other and finish this journey, my chance to maybe leave you with one thought before you go. You know, today, the world is commencing you into society. A lot of you think of commencement as the end of the journey, but today's world, it's actually the very beginning of a lifelong journey of continuous learning. Things are changing so fast and so dramatically that what you have learned here is a foundation, but it's not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. And today, more than ever, our society needs leaders. They need people who are going to take responsibility and not simply sit by in the shadows and let somebody else do it. We already have leaders in this room today. We just acknowledged them. All those wearing the red, white, and blue cords have already served in leadership roles in the military. Many of you have served in leadership roles as you've grown up in school or in scouting or in your church, in your community, but even increasingly so, our role has been, our faculty have worked so hard with you to help you to understand that this is the time for you to assert your presence, to declare your voice, and to assert your purpose. This is about you. You know, many of you have studied Professor Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It is the world's most recognized leadership program. Some of you have become certified, and with that certification, you now have a marketable skill and a competitive advantage over those graduates who don't have that. And the one skill in that 7 habits that I think is most relevant today is being proactive. A lot of people think that simply means to do something. But in reality, it's much more deeper than that. It's about you declaring your value. It's about you taking responsibility to make a difference. And knowing that because of your education and your training, you are in a better position to make a difference than any other time in your life. And you are unique because only 20% of the American population has a degree in higher education. So you still are a rarity. And so with that knowledge, you are going to be looked upon by your community, by your church, by your employer, by your family, to be the leader that we need in society today. So, graduates, congratulations, God bless, but be proactive. Assert your voice, assert your value, assert your ability to make a difference. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Leslie. At this time, I'd like to introduce those individuals that are seated on stage. We'll start with our Alamo College's District Board of Trustees, Joe Alderete, Dr. Yvonne Katz, Denver McClendon, and Jean Sprague, Dr. Jean Sprague. I'd also like to introduce from our district our vice chancellors that are with us this evening. Dr. Joe Carol Fabianchi, Vice Chancellor for Academic Success. Dr. Adelina Silva, Vice Chancellor for Student Success. And Dr. Diane Snyder, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration. Also seated on the platform, Faculty Senate President, Professor Adam Aguirre. Staff Council President, Donna Upshaw. Network and Cloud Architecture Program Coordinator, Professor John Grillo. Dean of Workforce, Pat Fontenot. Dean of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Russell Frohart. Dean of Student Success, Jennifer Comedy Holmes. Vice President for College Services, Erin Sherman. Vice President for Student Success, Debbie Gaitan. Vice President for Academic Success, Dr. Amy Whitworth. Our Grand Marshal for this evening, Professor Crystal Manboard. Psychology faculty member, Professor Liz Wright. Mathematics and Engineering Chair, Dr. Joy Cho. Education faculty member, Professor Elsa Ocampo. And Executive Assistant to the President, Lisa McGoldrick. Dr. Yvonne Katz spent 39 years in public education. Classroom teacher in regular and special education, middle school principal, Director of Accreditation and Associate Commissioner at the Texas Education Agency, superintendent for almost 20 years in the Harlandale Independent School District, Beaverton School District in Oregon, the Spring Branch Independent School District in Houston. So please join me in welcoming the chair of the Alamo College's District Board of Trustees, Dr. Yvonne Katz, for her welcoming remarks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Baser. And congratulations to you graduates of 2017. We are so proud of you. You know, Dr. Leslie talked about the fact that you are a leader in every seat a few minutes ago. And I want you to know that as a board, we have recognized how important it is to have our student voices heard by the board members. So I would like for you to welcome, as I introduce Alicia Moreno, our new student trustee on the Board of Trustees. Please stand. You know, as chair of the Alamo College's District Board of Trustees, and a former superintendent, and a lifetime proponent for public education, I can honestly tell you that our 5 colleges that make up the Alamo College's district are innovative, student-centered, state and nationally recognized, and highly respected as leaders among community colleges. We provide students with the best faculty, and you can see them ringing you tonight, the highest quality of education, and services that support their transfer, career, and life aspirations. We believe in the development of innovative and relevant academic and co-curricular programs and services, which result in our graduates who will be fully engaged as leaders in our communities. A great example of that innovative spirit can be found at Northwest Vista College in the Math Path College program. It has been recognized by the University of Texas Dana Center as a national advisement model for math. This is one of the reasons that the Alamo College's district in Northwest Vista is ranked as the #1 community college in the state of Texas. Now, I look forward to shaking your hand as you walk across the stage this evening and wishing you congratulations. So as I've said in our other commencement exercises, go graduates, go Spurs, and go Alamo Colleges. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Katz. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for this evening, Councilman Ray Lopez. Reynaldo Ray Lopez is an accomplished corporate professional with over 34 years' experience in the information and telecommunications industry. In conjunction with his corporate experience, Ray has a long-standing and strong civic commitment to San Antonio, including key leadership appointments. His service to San Antonio includes his being elected to several high-profile positions, and in May of 2009, he was elected to the City Council of the City of San Antonio District 6. His commitment to education was demonstrated when in 1990 he was elected to serve as the Northside Independent School District Board of Trustees and served 3 terms, including board president. After the NISD position, he was elected to the board for the Education Service Center Region 20, where he served until he stepped down to run for his current city council seat. Please join me in welcoming one of Northwest Vista College's and public education's strongest supporters, Councilman Ray Lopez.
Good evening. Oh, come on. Good evening. It is a beautiful evening. Well, all I know is somebody left a bottle of water up here, and I might be tempted to take a sip of it in just a minute. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little warm in this thing. But I tell you what, we're going to have some dialogue. We're going to have some good feelings, exchange between individuals, and I think at the end of the day, you're going to find that this was something you will remember for the rest of your life. I want to thank you for inviting me to come and speak here this evening to this graduating class. It truly is an honor beyond what you could imagine. But let me start off with some recognitions. Chancellor Leslie, let me start first of all by congratulating you on the passage of last week's $450 million bond issue. The confidence that the community showed by voting by 67% in the positive is a true tribute to you, your staff, the faculty, and everyone that's involved within the Alamo colleges. So congratulations to you all. The Northwest Vista mission is to create opportunities for success by offering quality academic, technical, and lifelong learning experiences to its diverse community in a collaborative, student-centered, data-informed, and shared leadership environment. This is one of those missions that everybody will take to heart, and with your commitment, it can be achieved not only through this experience, but on through life. I want to also thank your campus president, Dr. Rick Baser. You and your team have done a fantastic job, and you have much to be proud of on the individual accomplishments that this group has helped you earn. It was mentioned earlier by Dr. Katz that Northwest Vista was named the best community college in Texas. I think that deserves another round of applause. It didn't say second best, it didn't say pretty close, it didn't say top 10, it said the best, and there's a reason for that. It's you. Also being recognized among the top community colleges in the nation for Hispanics, based on enrollment and degree completion. That's an incredible, important component to the work that gets done here in San Antonio. Also received the Texas Award for Excellence and the Malcolm Baldrige Performance Award for Leadership and Customer Focus with distinction. For those that aren't quite aware, you'll become quite aware of that these accolades are not just hollow words that are attached to where you went to school, but they are also an indication of the performance that is expected by you, by others, because of your past history and being able to perform. I know that there are many other awards like the Diane Hacker Award for two-year college associations, from the Two-Year College Association for Outstanding Programs in English and Fostering Student Success, as well as the National Academic Advising Association's top recognition. There are many, many other things that have been bestowed on this class, on this faculty, and on this campus. And quite honestly, I think those of us that were around back in 1995, when Northwest Vista was just being conceived and there was 12 students in that class, think about it, 12 students. That's not even half of one of these rows. Who could have imagined such success? Now the 17,000 students enrolled have a great legacy to celebrate and to take it to the next level. That indeed is the charge, taking it to the next level, and you can. Any of these accomplishments in and of themselves would be reason enough to cheer, but collectively, they are a reason to roar, and you need to roar through life with them. And of course, the greatest honor is all of you now are alum. You're alum of a great organization that will take the opportunity and every chance, I'm sure, to watch out for each other, to care for each other, and to make sure that you leave the world a better place. The city of San Antonio, which I've had the honor of representing for the past 8 years on the city council, is grateful for the partnership with Alamo Colleges. You've been an integral partner to our success. The city needs the educated and skilled workforce that you represent and the recognition that comes with it and the successes that you have achieved. I've had a long and honorable opportunity to have a relationship with many of the faculty from this college. And honestly, I've had the opportunity, even in some places, to say that it was kind of fun trips to go to Mexico and Africa and a couple of other places with Alamo College staff to share the success stories of what's going on here in San Antonio. And I can tell you it's incredibly impressive, and people want to know, how are you doing it, and how can we do it as well? Expanding and encouraging cultural and economic challenges with those countries has been made easier because of the tight linkages between the city of San Antonio and Alamo Colleges, specifically in the area of workforce. Workforce development is one of the key drivers for all cities to be able to thrive and to continue the pace of growth. The presence of Alamo College's staff on these trade missions has been an integral part of our success, and I've also had a chance to travel to a couple of other places like Spain and Japan and other countries to spread the word about our great city. And in every case, the linkage between the city of San Antonio and our relationship with Alamo Colleges is always the part that everyone asks, how do you do that? How can you be successful with that? Because quite honestly, without that, no city can really thrive and survive. Many of you have been already probably working at the career that you hope to have or the career that you hope to enter into soon. Some of you may actually be just considering a career path. And I recognize the importance of those choices, and I know you and your family do too. In a minute, well, now I'd like to transition into kind of the message of the night. And I think that it'll underscore the great work that's been done here in San Antonio. San Antonio has a lot to offer. Even more opportunity is coming, and I'd like to share a little bit of that with you. I had the opportunity, while I was sitting on the council about 3 years ago, to co-chair a committee that was made up of educators, business, community leaders from San Antonio to identify the different industries that we thought San Antonio could really shine well in, and how we might be able to recruit investments in those businesses so that you could have a place to go and work, a good wage, and a great future by recruiting those individuals. The city of San Antonio, in partnership with the Brookings Institute, which is an internationally renowned organization, along with 9 other cities in the country, were placed in this thing called the Global Cities Initiative. GCI, which it was called, intent was to find out really where the city ranked among its peers, right, those other 9 cities, as it related to workforce, skill sets, and our ability to deliver services. We went through that process, and ultimately, at the end of the day, we kind of realized that there were some really, really cool things that we knew were good. What we didn't know was, does the rest of the world or the country know that we are good at it as well? Because if they don't know, it won't do us much good, will it? We can't recruit, we can't bring investment, we can't do those kinds of things. So the very first step was to take an inventory of what we knew and the obvious strengths that we had. For example, we certainly all know that San Antonio is Military City, USA. I mean, that's a quick check. I mean, everybody pretty well recognizes that, and that we're the home of the Alamo and, you know, the cradle of liberty for Texas and all the independence, and we can check that. We have great weather, right? Particularly out for outdoor sports. I think those of you that might enjoy playing a little bit of golf know that here in San Antonio we have a few more golf days than they do up north, and so you can check that as well. There's a lot of things that we knew about our community, and we knew that people liked about our community. But I'll tell you what, there were some things that were missing that were identified through that study. No one said, San Antonio, isn't that place where the National Security Administration and one of the top cybersecurity centers exist in the world? Nobody said that. We are. Nobody said, isn't that the home of that Southwest Research Institute for Biosciences? We have that. Nobody knew that. Isn't that the capital or the center of the new manufacturing areas in North America by virtue of having companies like Toyota and others here? Nobody said that. And nobody also said that we were at top ranked in our aerospace endeavors with companies like Boeing and Lockheed and many others to come. So our task is clear. We need to let the world know where we stand, what we have to deliver as it relates to commitment from our community to have a workforce that can work hard, bring the skill sets that are necessary to make them successful, and for them to come here and invest here and have jobs and a good community for our quality of life. So I'll ask you to remember those 4 industries: cybersecurity, biosciences, advanced manufacturing, and aerospace. That's the future, I believe. I'm convinced that it is the future for this community in this area. And there are many, many jobs that are associated at many different levels, and all of you have an opportunity to go practice what you have learned and take advantage of all of that. The city and Alamo colleges are working hard to make sure those opportunities are there. The issue now is on you to take what you have learned, what this faculty has taught you, take your energy and your intuitiveness and go make it happen. I talked a few minutes ago about the Alamo College's bond issue. Well, the city of San Antonio also just passed a bond issue, which is pretty significant. Inside that bond issue, you should go back and take a look at some of the items that are on there. For example, as we talk about cybersecurity, we are funding a significant investment at Port San Antonio, which is right there near and dear to the north side, west side. And we are in the process of breaking ground on a 90,000 square foot cybersecurity facility. That's an awful lot of jobs, and they are all good paying jobs. So the opportunities are there. I want to encourage all of you to make sure that you take advantage of that. Look for the help that you need to be able to identify which ones are important to you. And in closing, I'll just ask one other thing. As you're going out and trying to figure out a way to make a living and how to make things good for you and your family and those around you and those that you love, also remember that there is a part of you that is indebted to your community to some degree. Think about public service as an option for things to do in your community to be able to take it to the next level. Public service is an incredible thing that pays a lot of personal rewards. I can tell you, I've had the opportunity to be able to serve in a handful of public service and endeavors, and all of them have enriched my life in many different ways, and I would encourage you to do the same. So once again, thank you very much for allowing me to spend this evening here with you to share the amount of and level of pride that you have, and best of luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Lopez, for those very inspirational words. At this time, I'd like Madam Chair, Dr. Yvonne Katz, and Chancellor Leslie, as well as Councilman Ray Lopez, to please join me for a special presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Baser. This is the 18th honorary degree awarded in the history of the Alamo Colleges District, and the first for Northwest Vista College. It is based on extraordinary achievements in the fields of the humanities, education, and social services, which exemplify the mission and the vision of the Alamo Colleges District. So by the powers vested in me by the Alamo Colleges District, Northwest Vista College, and the citizens of Bexar County, and by approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer an honorary associate's degree upon Ray Lopez for outstanding public service to the Alamo Colleges District, Northwest Vista College, and community, and significant contributions to society at large. Congratulations, Ray.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now please welcome the Vice President for Academic Success, Dr. Amy Whitworth, to the stage to present the class of 2017.
Congratulations, class of 2017. I am proud of your many accomplishments and especially your dedication, hard work, and perseverance that has brought you here this evening. I share your excitement as you achieve this milestone in your lives, and I have nothing but optimism as you embark on your next journey. I believe that what you have learned at NVC will serve you as a strong foundation in all of your endeavors. Our faculty have taught, guided, and supported you on your path, have instilled in you the importance of your education, and thereby the importance of you, your lives, your goals, and have prepared you well to meet any and all challenges. I present tonight the class of 2017, the candidates for the Associate of Arts degree, the Associate of Science degree, the Associates of Arts and Teaching degree, the Associates of Applied Science degree, and candidates for certificates. We will be awarding students by their degree program tonight. Students who are members of honors programs, societies, and associations are recognized tonight by wearing honor cords, stoles, or medallions. In your program, there is a brief explanation of what each one represents. All students who are members of honors programs, societies, and associations wearing an honor cord, stoles, or medallion, please rise and be recognized for your achievements. You may be seated. Reading the names of the graduates tonight will be David Casanova, Lisa McDaniel, Roberto Gonzalez, and Homer Guevara.
Ready? Let's do it.